Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Weeb Report.
The Weeb Report.
Today, we are starting a new manga.
A new shit?
Manga.
Is that what you're going to call
Just
it?
say show.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, you're the one. New manga, Goblin Slayer.
I mean, it's not new.
I mean, it's not new.
New to us.
New to the channel.
Yeah.
Or the, whatever. Yeah.
Channel podcast.
Whatever.
I mean, we're eventually going to be like a podcast.
I mean, yeah, we are a podcast. Just
I mean, yeah. But like on podcasting. Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, so we're starting on chapter 43 because, that's where we're at.
That's where we're, yeah.
Newest chapter out. I forgot when this is a monthly one, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. I think it is.
Or yeah, monthly or bi-weekly.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, because when we were talking about it, I had looked it up for both Vigilantes and Goblin Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
And one was bi-weekly and one was monthly. You know what? I think Vigilantes is bi-weekly.
I think this one's by
I'm
monthly.
so sad that's ending.
Yeah, bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
I'm not caught up.
No. Nah. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I don't know how much is left, but I did see they're starting the final arc, and the latest chapter was him like kind of reminiscing on all he's done. I think there's something, because it was like, but it didn't end there. So I don't think he's done yet. I don't think it's done, but soon. I'd say like, a month or two at most, probably.
Damn.
Like, it seems like it's coming up fast. Yeah,
That's a bummer.
It is a bummer because I was like, what else are they gonna do? And he's like, I'm gonna get a real job. God damn it, no.
The writer?
No,
the character?
The character.
Oh, no,
yeah.
no, don't do that.
No, don't do that. Yeah.
They with the writer, I was like, oh,
No. He's got a real job.
Yeah, he's a comic artist.
Making manga is a real
creator.
job.
Yeah.
I would never say that. I buy manga. Sometimes.
It is, I will categorize it as not a normal job.
No.
Yes.
I mean, it's an artist job.
I don't think any artist job is a normal job.
No.
Normal
Not
job
really.
to me is just like a retail work.
It's like a graphic designer or something.
That's
pretty
a
normal.
normal job.
Yeah.
That's every company needs that.
That's true. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. Like, it's not normal, but it's definitely fulfilling, I'm assuming.
Yeah, oh yeah. Creating stuff like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what we're about to talk about. Yeah.
Exactly,
Oh,
yeah.
So Goblin Slayer.
Goblin Slayer. I love Goblin Slayer
Spoilers ahead for the series.
Yes. I love Goblin Slayer like the person.
Yes. The character Goblin Slayer.
I feel like there's a point in anybody's life where they could be just like Goblin Slayer. Like tunnel visioned.
Oh, like on what you want?
Yeah. Whether it be because, something bad happened to you and you want revenge, you want to get like a job, you want to go to Japan and learn Japanese, and not that either of those fit anywhere in this room, but I think he's very relatable as a person.
A lot of those fit with me.
Yeah. I think he's relatable as a person because anybody put in his same situation could end up doing the same thing.
Yes.
Just tunnel vision. You gotta kill goblins.
Kill all the goblins.
Kill all the goblins.
And
learn all the Japanese words.
It's learn all the kanji.
Oh God.
It's one of those that's like he's a very kind person, and
yes,
he's not a mean
no
character, but
it's
all about goblins.
It is.
Like,
also, I mean, he's just socially awkward.
Yes.
If you had like,
well, if you watched your family get butchered and abused by goblins as a child,
is that how we're gonna put it?
I didn't want to, but let's say it because it's what they do. Is they rape women?
Yeah.
And it's this crap. This
we don't want to be spouting off the R word, 20 times.
No, but
I don't think you two would appreciate that.
This manga is raunchy.
Yeah.
Whether it be,
we'll say from here on out, if you hear us say abuse, you
abuse
can,
women.
You can assume that the goblins are not simply hitting them.
No, they are raping them.
Yes.
And
You know,
I didn't even
I don't
think
like.
about
I
this
don't.
before
I
we
don't like
recorded
that.
this.
I don't like that. I don't want to have to censor.
I kind of wanted to want to censor it
Yeah.
because
It's not what it is.
no, it is. They're being raped.
exactly.
Yeah.
So let's just call it what it is.
Okay, works for me.
Fuck you.
Goblins,
Yeah. Fuck goblins, but
also rapists.
and rapists
Yeah.
and censorers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, see, watching the anime, I've watched maybe 5 episodes of it. Personally, wasn't into it as an anime.
It's kind of a slow.
Yes.
I don't want to say slow start because it starts off.
Well,
Not
see,
slow,
I
but-
was like, I want to watch this to see, compared to the first chapter,
Yeah.
which we see, guy gets butchered,
Guy gets butchered. Girl gets just stabbed
in the stomach. One girl gets raped, and
Yeah. I will say one thing with Goblin Slayer is that they did the bare minimum of censorship.
yes, I mean the only thing they really hid was like nipples.
Nipples, yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't get as far as when they were using women as meat shields.
Oh, I didn't get that far either. Yeah.
I can assume they probably censored that a little bit, but
Yes.
yeah. But like for what it's worth, like Attack on Titan seems to get censored more than Goblin Slayer. Maybe that's because it's not as popular. You know, it's kind of a niche manga and anime.
Yeah, because it's because they're not killing humans.
That's true.
Humans aren't dying, but not
That's
even
true.
that doesn't count.
But they're human-esque.
The humanoid, yeah. But Attack on Titan, that doesn't work for it either because the Titans are humanoid.
Titans are humanoid. That's true, and they still
Technically, it's a human.
They do censor the Titans sometimes.
Yeah, it's true.
But mostly they censor the people.
Yeah.
You know, Zeke, all that.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things.
This just popped up from when we were talking about. Do you remember when we were talking about the scarf or the muffler?
Yes.
And it's a scarf.
Yeah.
A scarf. Yeah. Like I was like, oh my, it's
and I remember I know that, but it's not common in America to call it a muffler.
So good on you. I don't have your name pulled up right now, but thank you so much.
Yes.
If you're listening to this.
But honestly, what Goblin Slayer feels like to me, it feels, and this is weird, it almost feels just like a sitcom.
Whoa.
Hang on. Wrong word. It kind of feels like Supernatural.
Okay.
Like
I see it.
But the problem here that I feel with Goblin Slayer is it's a fun read. There is no story hooking me.
That's true.
But it is very fun.
They eventually it's not a story per se, but I mean you get a little bit of the story of Goblin Slayer.
Yeah.
And you get some like side story, you know? Like there's no main arc.
There's no we got to get our bodies back.
Yeah.
We got to kill all the time.
There's like we got to protect the festival.
Yeah.
We got to go help the shield maiden or the sword. I'm on the shield hero. Yeah.
Sword maiden.
Shield over sword, you guys.
Which, by the way, the illustrations of this manga are great.
Goblin
Sword
Slayer?
maiden.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yo, she was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it always leads back to goblins.
Yes.
Goblin Slayer.
And I feel like they were like, oh, the demon lord is attacking and he's gonna kill people and whatever, and he was just like,
I don't give a fuck.
well, is there gonna be goblins?
Where's the goblins?
And it's really funny, like these gorgeous girls are wanting to date him, be around him, probably hook up with him, and he's just like, cool.
You guys aren't goblins.
Just let me know when goblins show up, though. Like
I love his attitude. Just goblins.
And it's always just goblins.
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go look for some goblins.
If there's nothing left for me to do, I'm gonna at least secure the perimeter.
Yeah,
like set up traps and shit.
And that's what he does. He sets up traps everywhere.
Do we know his real name?
Goblin Slayer.
Okay.
I don't think we do.
We've also never seen his face.
No, we gotta.
We know he's blonde.
Yes.
But like sometimes they blatantly just don't show his face.
That's exactly what this
and it's
one
hilarious. Like there was one where it's like the dragon guy is taller than the lizard.
The lizard guy.
He's taller than Goblin Slayer.
Yeah.
And they had us. There's one pen I remember when there was like they were all in a group talking. It was a big wide shot, and they had thought bubbles over Goblin Slayer's head.
Thought.
And he was talking, and he was also one time he was talking to his farm friend, childhood friend,
Yeah.
and she was talking, and the thought bubbles were over his head because he had his helmet off. I was like, they're just like actively hiding his face.
They don't want us to see his face.
It's hilarious. I love it.
I can't find a name for Goblin Slayer, so
That's fine.
his name is Goblin Slayer.
Or Orc Blog.
Orc Bolg.
Bolg?
I think it's Bolg, yeah.
Usually once I like learn the character's name and stuff, I'll just reading it. I just kind of skim over names.
Yeah, it's Orc Bolg.
Bolg.
I didn't look it up. I'm telling you, it's
Orc
it's
Bolg.
Orc Bolg. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but again, it is a very fun manga to read.
Yes.
And
I agree. Like I've watched Goblin Slayer a few episodes. I haven't, like I said, I haven't gotten all the way through it. But I'm sure eventually I will. Because there is some really cool stuff that happens in Goblin Slayer that'd be.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I made it actually pretty far in Goblin Slayer. Now that I'm thinking about it, I made it to where they're tearing the portal off the wall.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's really far.
That is really far.
Because we're only 43 chapters in.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's where I got.
That was cool.
That was cool.
Because sometimes what this feels like is like a D&D story.
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly what it is like made out to be.
Yeah.
The gods rolling dice.
Mm-hmm.
His dice just roll themselves.
They're loaded.
Yeah.
Because he's good.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I like is like he is. Anything that happens, he's like, oh yeah, so we got to do this for that. Like, super chill. Give me this, like, oh, let me hold that sock. He's like, okay, and they'll fucking use it to kill goblins somehow.
Kill goblins, yep.
And he's like, they have a thing with this. Like, he knows them so well.
He's trained so
in
long
killing goblins.
In killing goblins, yeah. He knows pretty much every way under the sun. And if he sees a new way to do it, he will,
Yeah.
With the ice cream guy, he, bought the secret of the ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
There is the one with the, there's like something with fire, right?
Huh?
I can't think of it all, but we've seen a few examples where he's like went up to, like random vendors and shit, and like, asked for like how to do things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just for the express purpose of
killing
goblins in the future, yeah.
And like the whole scroll thing.
Yo.
I remember that was like a page.
Yeah.
He buys the scroll much later.
Yep.
Uses it to go teleport something to the bottom of the ocean.
Bottom of the ocean. That was badass.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So there's some big, like, I guess I'll say Hollywood moments in this.
Hollywood moments?
Like, it is really just like, fuck, that's so cool.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But overall, there is no like, story.
No.
And that's what kind of makes me not want to read it sometimes.
Not a real story. No.
No.
So I guess let's go over
the chapter 43, everybody.
Yeah. Everybody should be caught up if we're going to post this as like chapter 40.
Chapter 43.
You know what? If you haven't caught up, it's only 43 chapters. Quick read, really.
Yeah, they are. I forgot. I thought they were like 15 pages. They're 43. 42, 43. This one's 42.
They're that long?
Yeah, these are long. Like, hang on. Yeah,
Holy
this one's 43.
shit.
The 40 chapter.
Okay.
Ah,
maybe it's not a light read.
That's why it feels like it's been a lot longer.
So this one's definitely a monthly.
Yeah, this is a monthly one.
Yeah, this is definitely monthly. So, take a month, catch up on Goblin Slayer.
You can definitely read it in a month.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could read it in a day if you really wanted to. Yeah, I don't like doing that a lot because I feel like I lose.
And it's just too much information.
Yeah.
What is it? It takes me about 10 minutes to read a chapter.
Yeah.
What's 10 times 43? 400. I can't do that math. We're going to move on.
10 times 43?
That's 430. Right?
10 times... It's either 430 or 4,300.
No.
10 times
43.
Yeah, that should
430.
430.
Divide that by 60.
60.
7 hours.
7 hours.
And some change.
Definitely some change. Probably, you're going to want to take breaks.
Yeah, but...
You know what the good thing about, podcasts are? Is that sometimes your eyes need to rest.
Yeah.
But your ears never do.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you're overstimulated.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I say call out of work one day and you can read this. And
I'd say not to do that. Just do it, on some off time.
if you have PTO,
He's got not very. I mean, if you got PTO, I mean that's different.
it's about to expire. Like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Take a day.
That's true. Take a day. Take a day. Listen to us while you're at it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, ready to go?
Are there goblins?
There will be.
Yes.
Let's go. So here we go. We have our main guy, Goblin
Main
Slayer.
guys.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember any of the other four's names.
So we got the mage dwarf, the lizard. Is he a shaman?
No, but he's like a Native American lizard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever
that's
that
true.
is, I don't know.
It's native to his
People.
Yeah. And then we got a rogue elf.
Yeah. Oh wait, here are their names.
Oh yeah, that's true. They
have
give
their
us
names in-
all the information
Yeah.
on every chapter.
Yeah, priestess.
They even catch you up on the story.
Yep. I do know the archer. She's half elf archer.
That's her name? High elf archer?
Hi. Oh no, well, that's not her name. That's her occupation.
Yeah, so still no names. Dwarf shaman. So the dwarf is a shaman, and lizard priest. He's a priest.
So he's a priest.
He's a priest. I said mage, but I was wrong.
Right. So he's a priest and she's a priest.
Priestess.
Priestess. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So just different.
Yeah,
kinds.
and a high elf archer.
Yes.
I guess she's not a rogue, but she feels like a rogue.
She's basically a rogue.
Yeah.
Well, that's a job.
Rogue.
Yeah.
But she's got like all the characteristics of your typical rogue.
Yes. So she's a high elf rogue.
Archer.
Yeah.
Quote unquote
Mhm.
rogue.
But I will say this about characters. Like, characters are great.
Great.
They are all very,
That's what really makes Goblin Slayer shine.
yes,
'Cause
they're
he's
very
so
dynamic
neutral.
and they're all different. And I like it.
Yeah. I remember like before these three showed up, it was just those two.
Mm-hmm.
And like it wasn't I'm so glad they brought in
More
more
characters.
characters, and especially like such a diverse crowd.
Yeah.
Like I love that.
What really got me is the lizard when he
Yeah.
liked cheese.
True.
When he ate cheese, and he was like, "Oh my god, cheese!"
Or when the elf had fire wine for the first time.
Yeah. That's good dynamics here.
Yeah.
And the elf, she's like, how old is she? She's super old.
Very old. A lot older than anybody else here.
I want to say 900, but I think I'm thinking of Yoda.
Maybe like I want to say at least like 1,000.
Yeah.
But her and the dwarf have some really good banter.
Yeah, they butt heads quite a bit, and
yeah.
it's funny.
It is funny.
Um.
Oh, and then there was time in the cave where she got attacked by goblins, the high elf,
Mhm.
and ripped all her clothes off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like, is this gonna be like a repeat of the first party we saw?
But nope, because you got Goblin Slayer and
Yes.
when you have
Priestess,
experienced
yes.
hunters. Or
Yeah. But they
adventurers.
they fucking tensioned,
Hell yeah, dude.
suspense, can't English.
That's the thing. Like the high points, they're high points.
Yeah.
Like, it can be really
But
suspenseful.
it can also plateau a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the thing of like we've yet to lose a main character, so
That's true.
are they scared to kill their character?
But I don't want any of them to die.
I agree. But I like watching a show that's not, or reading something that's not scared
afraid.
to kill
Yeah.
characters.
Rest in peace, Sasha.
That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
That's what we're all thinking.
That's what we're always thinking about. Okay, so let's kind of talk about the chapter
Okay.
and what's going on.
Let's talk about where we are.
Yes.
So the group is it's like a village up in the mountains.
Yep.
And they're getting ready to go. They just got there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking to the villagers about the previous adventures that come through. Fucking took all their supplies.
Well, first when they showed up, they took out a bunch of goblins
True.
that were eventually put to sleep.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. They came and saved everybody.
They just kind of waltzed in like
Well, most everybody.
almost. But they got an adventure
Yeah.
and they went on it and
they shot that motherfucker in
they
the
shot
shoulder.
him with a shoulder blade.
The goblin in the shoulder blade, and with the tip that would break off.
Yes, and there was, and after that, then the villagers was like, "Oh my god, thank you!" And they're there giving aid and trying to investigate into the goblins.
Yes.
I
guess I should have led with that.
Right.
We all read the chapter, right?
We should have. Anyway. Oh, was that your bit?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Okay. And they're just kind of at this point, they're just kind of all eating and planning the attack.
Left is like what?
Potatoes.
Potatoes, yeah, small potatoes.
Which honestly, I'm like, that's cool with me.
I mean, but if you had a meal consisting of small potatoes, you're gonna be like, oh, thank you.
I guess that is more of a snack. But they said that.
Hold up, you're gonna snack on small potatoes?
I mean, if
personally, I don't like potato like that.
I do. I put some salt on them. Boil them. Put some salt.
You're gonna eat that shit like an apple?
Nah, you cut it up. They just have potatoes. They don't have not have utensils.
That's not what I was getting at.
What are you getting at?
The fact of just eating potato by itself seems, yeah.
I like potato. I like potato. I would eat it like an apple.
Comment below if you would eat a potato.
Just get some
just potato,
butter and salt, and you just dip it.
No, just potato.
Just plain potato.
Maybe salt. They might have salt.
Yeah.
But I can guarantee you they don't have butter.
Some cheese, sour cream.
No. Potato.
All right.
God,
I like potatoes.
I see
man.
why you didn't finish college.
Like, what are those? I didn't want to do my general education classes.
Same.
So I left.
Same. Me right now. Small potatoes.
Small potatoes and
despair is what they have.
It's potatoes and despair. But they're just really just strategizing. They're talking about like what happened and adventurers came, kind of bought all their food and supplies and
bought literally everything they had and left.
And they haven't seen him.
So the lizard priest is the one who gives like, this is, they were thinking a siege, what better way to...
Oh, and lumber.
And lumber, yeah.
They bought lumber.
And they were planning to siege a cave full of goblins. And we can, hypothesize, because they never came back, that it probably didn't last. The thing about a siege is if you
fail.
I mean, not if you can't hold it.
Yeah.
Like, because if you have a siege going, you have to be ready to fight. If you can't hold a line, like, it was pointless, and it's a war of attrition.
That's what happened in the Alamo.
Yeah, like if you got goblins escaping and getting food, like, you're done for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Siege doesn't seem like the way to go in a snow-topped mountain.
Why?
It's Russia.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That makes
Russia.
sense. That's all you got to say.
I was like, at first I was like, the Germans attacked. No, that's not it.
No.
Russia.
In general, yeah.
Just, you can't take Russia.
Let's take over Moscow. What did you just say?
Let's go during the winter. What?
Our winter or their winter? Well, it's always winter.
It's the same winter.
Oh, yeah. or the top hemisphere.
Yeah. But yeah, Russia's the prime example of why you don't siege on a snow-capped mountain.
And I'm assuming these goblins have, acclimated to the cold.
I mean, yeah, if they're living in a cave on a mountain.
That's a good point. And they don't.
Plus, they're in the warmest part of the mountain.
Who?
The goblins.
Oh yeah.
I read somewhere that some mall in like Michigan doesn't have heat. Like, they don't have like heating in the building because the lights and the amount of people that come in warm the building. So if there's enough goblins in one area of a cave, that place is going to stay warm enough.
That's true.
regardless if they have a fire or anything else, it's gonna stay warm. It's the same principle of huddling together.
Yeah. My restroom, turn on the light on. I don't know what kind of bulbs, but man, those bulbs are hot.
Jeez.
It gets warm.
There's a TV I walk by at work. It's Samsung mounted on the side.
That was
when
hot.
when that thing's been on for a minute, it gets hot.
Yeah, imagine being like in a small room with that just on.
Imagine being in a small cave with I don't know. There's ends up being like 20 goblins.
20 goblins, yeah. 20 people? That's hot.
That's hot. That's gonna be hot.
So you don't need it. I mean, you can survive. It's survivable with multiple people.
Yeah. The only thing they really need is food, and I mean, shit. If they kill a person, they can take that back as food.
Do they eat people?
I'm sure they would if they had to.
That's true.
People eat people sometimes
that
when
is
they
true.
have to.
But it's not normal for them to eat people.
I don't think so.
No.
They normally steal food and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And women.
But that's for reproduction.
Yeah.
Yeah. That felt gross.
That was nasty.
Oh, that felt real gross.
But then finally we get our characters. They make their way to the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And they find the cave. Probably not fairly easily, but they do a lot of jumps in this.
This mountain looks, super, super cold. Look at the elf. I'm freezing.
Yeah. And even with this, the dwarf is he says he's putting up a shield to block wind. Yeah. He's like, so just imagine if I wasn't doing this. Oh, dude.
Crazy.
Windshield kill you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, windshield is probably the worst part.
Yeah.
Of being out in the elements.
'Cause that shit stings. It I don't know if it happens to you, but it sucks my breath out.
Yeah. You can feel it through your jackets and shit. If you're not layered up, you'll just feel it whipping right through your jacket. Just
God damn, it's cold.
Yeah.
But then they find, or not yet, but they just kind of cozy up in between some next to some rocks. I'm assuming they're providing some sort of cover
to break the wind.
Yeah. Demon Slayer. Goblin Slayer.
Did you finish Demon Slayer?
Nah, I'm almost done.
Nice.
I've been painting. Goblin Slayer. He takes off his gloves, and they're like, "What?" Because they've never seen him without armor at all.
True.
So he takes his glove off, and they're all kind of weirded out by it.
Yeah.
You gotta massage your muscles.
Yeah, warm them up.
And your feet.
Yeah, and the priestess. I thought this was a good fucking move. She changes her socks. She's like, "Oh, these are wet. Good thing I brought an extra pair."
And she looks so cute.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Good thing you brought an extra pair."
Yeah.
They don't know about frostbite.
Right.
We didn't really understand hypothermia and shit until the Nazis experimented on concentration camp prisoners.
Yeah.
And after the war, the United States, they made a deal to get that information.
Really? I did not know this.
Yeah, we learned a lot of stuff because they did, tons of horrible procedures.
Awful and fucked up as the whole Holocaust is.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, a lot of stuff came from it.
How do you mean?
Okay, hang on. That, for example, that's really important information for humans as a whole to know.
Yes.
They did stuff unexcusable, and doesn't matter what you try to tell me, it's unexcusable.
Yes. I mean, definitely.
But a lot was discovered about the human body, which is fucked up.
I mean, I can name you a few more off the top of my head. They would, do incisions and fill it with shit and sew it back up and see what happens. There was one where this is where the frostbite, the hypothermia and frostbite comes in. They would put somebody's arm into outside when it was cold. They would have a cell, I think, if I'm not making this up, but they had one part of the body like out in the cold, and they would see how long it takes to, take
Blacken.
the whole arm. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Really fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, you're right. It is really vital information, but does the end justify the means?
No.
Absolutely.
That's very
not.
easy, and
Yeah.
it's no.
No.
We knew as humans, don't stay out in cold because it hurt and you die.
Yeah, you get cold and you die.
We didn't have to know that, the body is trying to conserve heat and it's putting all the blood in the torso, blah, blah, blah.
You didn't need to know not just take shit in a wound either.
Yeah, I mean, it's keep it clean. We kind of already knew that.
Jesus Christ.
So it's stuff that, like, helps a little bit, but it would have been okay to not know that.
Yeah. I guess the point was they didn't...
Yes.
They probably don't know about, like, frostbite. I mean, Goblin Slayer has an idea about it.
Yes.
But he's not like, oh, do this or your fingertips will freeze.
And I also, with the extra pair, staying dry.
Yes.
Super important when you're trying to survive. I noticed, one, there's a lot of dialogue in Goblin Slayer.
Yes.
And that's why I'm trying to go through this.
I want to bring up the lizard guy.
Okay.
Who is cold-blooded.
Yes.
Is getting very sleepy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're saying, like, they're like, wow, I think the lizard says, he's like, I guess that's why some of my people are said to die when it gets really cold.
Really cold, yeah.
Yeah. Cause
you need to stay warm, my bud.
You need to heat up.
Yeah.
At first when they were walking, I was like, oh, but he's cold-blooded. It's fine. I was like, wait, no, that's bad.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
If it was hot,
he's pretty much a reptile.
He is a reptile. Yeah.
Reptiles hibernate, I think.
When it gets cold, they fall asleep.
I'm pretty sure.
And I'm sure they stay asleep too long, they die.
Yeah, they die.
But he eats some cheese.
I mean, hey, I like cheese.
But he's a big ass dude, so he just clomps into big wheels.
Yeah, he does just take a bite out of the wheel.
And this is where the dwarf is about his fire whiskey constantly.
Yes, always about. Well, because Goblin Slayer had the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
The dwarf had fire whiskey.
Yep.
The elf had something too.
I might be thinking of Lord of the Rings.
With the bread?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm thinking about? I did just watch Lord of the Rings.
I think that might be it.
With the bread that fills you up?
With any normal human with one bite.
With one bite?
Yeah.
Does it not fill elves up?
No, it's just bread to them. Remember that dwarf?
Fair enough.
He was like, how many did you eat? 4.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my, I'm so slow, I guess.
It might be the bread. I don't know though. But I don't think she brought bread. I think you're confusing
it with Lord of the Rings.
Maybe.
I could be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I know it was like a whole thing.
I think she did bring,
because they were all exchanging like shit.
Their things.
Yeah. I might be tripping though.
Because when you said that's the first thing I went to was bread.
It was bread, yeah.
And then the lizard's talking about like being a dragon.
Yeah, turning into a dragon. He's like, can you really turn into a dragon? I don't know. Yeah. Ask me when I'm a dragon.
Like, fair enough. And saying apparently at his own village there is a skeleton of a dragon.
Yeah.
And that's said to be one of his ancestors.
But they also ask, like, does that mean you're gonna start like eating people and hoarding gold and shit? And they make a joke like, I'm only gonna hoard cheese.
Yeah. He's like, if I'm just a friendly dragon who eats cheese and gets visited by a high elf. Yeah. She says like, I'll visit you when you're a dragon. He's like, I think I'll be fine.
He sits atop a mountain of cheese.
Yeah. So fun. It's a lot of fun conversation in between violent stuff.
Yes.
Because the dwarf looks over and we see what looks like support beams.
As fuck.
Oh yeah. We see like what looks like support beams, or was that a trap? And the mouth of the cave.
It's either a trap in the mouth of the cave or it is support beams.
Yeah,
I think it's support beams.
I think so too. But we see an elf.
Dude.
That's an elf, by the way.
Yeah, that's an elf, and she's fucking split in half.
She's in half. She's missing her right arm.
She's naked.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Rough.
Yeah.
And the dwarf.
I was like, oh.
And even though the dwarf and the elf, like, I like that even though they butt heads.
Yeah.
He turns to her and is like, hey, don't look around too much.
Yeah.
He's still very protective of her, even though she's way older than him.
That's true. But I don't want to say like in wiseness, but in like maturity, she's got a long way to go. Oh, yeah. He's reaching the end of his road.
And I don't know if he says don't look because it's an elf or just because it's brutal.
I think both.
Yeah.
Because, if I see someone like that, a person, you kind of instantly like put yourself in that position, You don't need that mindset going into fight goblins.
Yeah, especially if it's your species. I mean, obviously,
exactly.
Earth, it's all
like Like if it was a lizard guy, she wouldn't take it nearly as hard. Yeah,
because elves are they're strong,
like,
they're fast, they're good at what they do.
Exactly.
Like, one failed.
This is a high elf, and like she's been fucking just brutalized.
Yeah.
You don't need that shit going into
and
a
just
battle.
Left out in the snow.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit you do to demoralize your enemy.
Yeah. That's why they put heads on spikes.
Yeah.
An intimidation.
Or just if you want to go Ivan's route, just put the whole body on.
Put the whole damn thing.
What they call him? Ivan the Great.
Ivan the Impaler.
Oh.
A little more on the nose.
Yeah.
And then we get to finally they go in the cave. I guess they avoid the body or something. But they go. I
think they walk past it. That might be where they had like their base.
Oh, okay.
No real need to go check it out.
That's true.
Because
I see what you're saying.
They're dead. Yeah.
And then they go in, and he's like, it goes down, and then it goes up. Which I found this very interesting. It's like all the weather will get collected at the low point, so none of it goes in the cave.
A water catch. Yep.
Oh yeah, I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah. It also shows intellect
in the goblins.
Yeah. And
that's something throughout these chapters I've noticed is like they keep getting a little bit smarter, a little bit smarter. And Goblin Slayer's like, this is some pretty high class armor he's wearing. Yeah. This is weird.
In the most recent attack on the village that they just came from, yeah.
And then he says, careful with don't step in puddles because there's traps and like.
Yeah, there's.
They put spikes and then fill it with water.
Yeah.
To cover it. Like.
I can guarantee you somebody from that siege stepped on those.
Yeah, messed up. Yeah.
I can guarantee. I can feel it in my blood.
Ugh, makes me think of Home Alone.
Ugh.
He steps on the nail.
I don't like thinking of stepping on spikes like that.
Well, no, I don't want to.
Anyway.
No. God, no.
Like, fuck. I've stepped on a nail.
That hurts.
Yes. And imagine that fucking stagnant ass water. Yeah, that's right.
I had to get a tetanus shot after I stepped on a nail.
Yeah?
God, I hate shots.
Oh, baby, you hate needles.
I do. Yeah.
And clowns.
Yes.
Scaredy cat.
And dolls.
And dolls?
Yeah.
What else?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
You got spiders.
Put that in the memory bank. Yeah, but I also will, like, get spiders out of the house without killing them and shit.
You're a coward.
And I'll take pictures of them up close and stuff.
You do that.
Yeah. So, I'm okay. I can't hold them or, like, they can't be on me, but I can be near them and be okay. Unless it's big as fuck.
That's normal, though.
Yeah, but, like, I used to not be able to, like... So, I'm not really scared of spiders anymore.
Okay, yeah, because, like, I can... As long as I know where it's at. Like, if a spider just appeared on this table, I'd go, oh.
But then I'd be like, oh, it's a spider.
Okay, there's a spider.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not scared of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Unless it's like a black widow or something.
I hate when they, like, come spinning down. And
they will
just
do
see
that
their legs moving.
During the summer in the garage. I'll be sitting out there. They'll just come down. Hate it.
I
blow on them and they'll go back up.
I'll clap on them.
Or go all the way down.
I clap them.
To kill them?
Yeah.
Asshole.
If they're in my room, yeah.
Just put them in a bowl. Cover the bowl with paper.
I'm not doing all that. Listen, if I see a spider out in the wilderness,
One of us cares for animals, one of us doesn't.
It's not an animal.
One of us cares for arachnids.
If I encountered a bug or an animal outside,
You're just making the gene pool stronger. I put all the ones I find and could have killed back into the wild so they can mate and make the whole species weaker.
It was like in this, whenever he shot with the arrow.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, let him send diseases.
That's true. That's true. But every spider I catch is a spider that should be dead, is not, will probably mate.
All mine are dead.
And for that, you have made them stronger.
I'll kill the stronger. I'm stronger than a spider.
For now.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh,
Eight-Legged Freaks did freak me out back in the day.
Yo, that movie scared. That's why I was scared of spiders. Eight-Legged Freaks is why I'm scared of spiders.
I watched that during a hailstorm, and like as soon as the movie ended, a piece of hail broke our glass table outside, and I was like,
the spiders are
I was
here.
a spider, like stepping down.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Back to Goblin Slayer.
We digress.
Yes. And then I guess there's like really bad odor.
Yes.
Because they have the little baggies for scents, for the scent.
Heroes do?
Aromatic.
I see.
Sachet?
I see. Yeah,
To cover
sachet.
smell. Sachet?
I don't know. Is that sachet?
I don't know. I read it. Sachet.
Sachet.
Hmm.
I don't know what a sachet is.
Neither do I.
Okay.
But they just keep walking through this cave.
Got the.
And they're
got
talking.
the
He's
light.
saying that I don't see any. What are those things called?
Totems.
Totems. Like, oh, you think there's shamans? No shamans? He's like,
Maybe not.
you think there might be a dark elf or an ogre around here? Yeah, or even a dark god.
Yeah, that
Which
was like
we haven't seen him fight a god.
No. Can he kill a god?
Guarantee you, he'll figure it out.
But it's not a goblin. It's not called God Slayer.
Well, if it's a demon, it'd be Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
That was so lame.
I know.
You're lame.
Oh, and here I was trying to understand. I guess reasoning makes sense, but so they reach a fork in the cave.
Yes.
And he's like, we can either go to the right, which looks like where they live, and the
Yes.
left is the armory.
Yes.
Before, he would attack the armory.
The armory first.
But he was like, that feels weird to do that now.
Because he feels like they're getting smarter. So you got to think like, it's almost like in a game of chess.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta foresee what the opponent's gonna do, and then outplay them.
Yeah.
So you have to think what you're gonna do, and then what would they think you're gonna do, and then do the opposite of that.
So go to the right.
So go to
That makes sense.
Yes. Go to where they live to attack first. Yeah.
Because in theory, all their weapons are in the other room.
In the armory. Yeah.
But yeah, they go and you just see a bunch of grubbly little goblins in this cave, and
Yes.
our priestess opens with holy light, which I think is just like a flashbang.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially for goblins or anybody who's been in a dark room.
Nocturnal.
You shine a light on them after they've been in the dark for, even a couple, not even an hour.
Maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
It doesn't have to be a flashbang. You shine a really bright light, and it's going to, you're not going to see anything but the light.
Yeah, true.
I don't see any people.
No, there's no people. They're just kind of
mining.
Mining. Why are they mining is weird for goblins.
That is weird for goblins. They wouldn't do that on their own.
No.
Mining.
But then, of course, here comes the pages and pages of slaughter that come with Goblin Slayer.
Arrow in the neck.
Yeah.
Arrow in the face.
Our elf gets hurt. Oh, wait. Was that in the last chapter? Maybe not. No, it was this one.
Yeah, does she get hurt?
Yeah, she does. But the priestess, she casted holy light again, and as she started the chant, one of the goblins reacts to it.
Like they know what she's saying.
Little goblin's like,
oh shit!
With 2 exclamation marks, and he mentioned. I only noticed that because he mentions it later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's a light, and one of them just kind of blindly shot an arrow.
Right.
And shows the arrow scooting past everybody, and it stabs our high elf in the left leg, in the thigh.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's swiftly killed.
Yes, of course.
Right.
You don't get away with shooting an arrow in a party member.
Exactly. And then they're immediately like, is it poisoned?
No.
It's not poison.
No.
What I'm saying is like they're just, all right, you've been hurt. Let's try to go down like a checklist.
True.
Like when a pilot has to land or
True.
something, they're like, here's the checklist.
Are you poisoned?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Can we pull the arrow out?
Yes. And then, they got to do what they got to do.
Yes.
And that's when they look at that one that shot the arrow and has a scar
He
on
has
his
a
shoulder
scar
blade.
on it from where he got shot.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually healed, though. He was expecting him to get sick.
Yes.
Like poisoned and spread the poison to everybody else.
But he was treated.
He was treated, and they learned from it. Because when he goes to take the arrow out, the tip is broken off. Yep. Which is not, if you're unaccustomed to arrow wounds, is not what you want.
Because having just an arrowhead in your body.
Yes. Yes.
It's, I would say, almost equivalent to a bullet, but arrowheads are usually bigger.
Bigger, yeah. So I'd say, you maybe leave it in, or, you break it off in half, in the shaft. If you got to get somewhere, because if you pull it out, you're going to start bleeding.
Yeah.
But generally, eventually you want to take the whole thing out and just, kind of rip it.
Mm-hmm. Like once you're in a place where it's like, I have my bandages, I have my medicine, I have everything I need to treat this wound. Then pull it
out. Yeah. Because it shouldn't be as bad as a gunshot.
No.
Because it's not.
Guns,
I think it cuts through. Slices rather than pushes through like a gunshot where it's just literally just whole.
Yeah.
It's more like getting stabbed. Getting stabbed is, you can deal with that. I wouldn't say don't go to a hospital, but you could, cover it.
You could treat a
probably
stab wound.
stitch it up if if you've done any sewing or anything.
Yeah.
But I'd equate it more to like a stab wound than a gunshot.
And I think that's what it is. And also arrows do not travel as fast and hard as bullets.
That's true.
So it doesn't go as deep.
That's true. It's also a little goblin, a little weak bitch.
True.
Yeah.
And it's not, and I noticed the tip of it, it's not a tip today, which has blades, serrated blades going the opposite direction.
More like an arrowhead you see like carved out of rock or yeah.
But Goblin Slater's looking at it and he's like, they learned from it.
He's not happy.
No.
You see his eye. He is mad.
Because that means that the goblins,
somebody's helping the goblins.
Somebody's helping him. Was like, oh shit, this arrow broke off. Whoever treated the goblin was like, well, that's good. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So made their arrows like that.
Yep. And I'm sure all the goblins' arrows are like that.
So
why do you think they're mining to make arrows?
No. I don't know. They're looking for something.
Maybe like jewels. No, why do goblins need jewels? Goblins don't need jewels.
They don't need anything. They just need food.
Well,
there's somebody helping them. I guess they probably were like, oh, there's something here that needs to be mined out.
Like
a relic or
a relic. That's what I was.
Weapon or something like that.
Say like an artifact or something. Yeah.
I think that's my only really thought as to why they put goblins to mine in the mountains.
Best get high elf healed up.
Yeah.
Get that arrow wound out. You have to cut out the meat. Yeah.
I think you just pull it out. Cut the meat? Why are you gonna cut the meat?
I don't know. That was from something. Oh, it was something where they were like, they had one knife.
I gotta get the knife.
I gotta get the knife. The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Yeah,
yep.
I gotta take the second. You gotta cut around the meat.
Cut around the meat. To get it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember exactly where that's from now.
Yeah.
I knew it was from something.
And he's like, well, I'm going to put a second knife in there to make the hole bigger.
No, you just got to cut around the meat. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But that's the chapter. And
yep, that's the chapter.
I don't know. I just don't feel like they ever go very far. they're entertaining.
True. That's true.
It's always interesting to see how the goblins are adapting. How like Goblin Slayer's old tricks don't work all the time.
No.
So
somebody's got to be helping these motherfucking goblins.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And usually, whenever it's like we have a main villain, like that dude with the finger or the arm or something.
Yeah. We see him like right away.
Yeah.
And it deals with it like right away. But this feels a little bit more.
Something's gearing
nuanced,
up because they're like, why did the goblins show up?
Yeah.
They didn't kidnap anybody.
No.
And they're mining in the
the mining is really what gives it away.
That's what's weird.
Yeah.
Like they totally set up camp here and just mined. Usually they just live in the caves and scurry out.
Exactly.
Grab some women, come back. They didn't do that this time. They have an armory in their cave. It's weird.
It is weird. So, I mean, I'm sure we'll see more of that.
Yeah.
Next chapter, hopefully.
Yes.
I guess they haven't really finished the cave yet.
No. They've only gone to one section.
Exactly. So, we'll have to see the rest of it next week in month. I don't know when this came out.
I think it was recent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like next month.
Cool. Probably next month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
I mean, I'm good.
All right.
With it.
I'm also good.
Yeah. I don't want to go there yet. Thank you everybody for listening, and tell your friends.
Yeah.
If you guys have any anime or manga that are good that you would like for us to either watch or talk about, let us know.
Yes.
And we will try to do them all.
As many as we can.
As many as we can.
We can only do
so
much. Yeah. Physically. But if Attack on Titan ends soon, that'll free up a little bit. Not very much. We only do that one once a month. Honestly, the once a month ones aren't so bad. No. Yeah. The real ones, the real hard ones are the weeklies. The weeklies, yeah.
But right now we are watching and we're reading more.
Yes.
To try to put out more content for everybody.
Yes. Yes. Trying to put out all the content we can.
Yes. But as far as that, I'm good. Tell your friends and
give us a like, give us a subscribe if you enjoyed listening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't do anything.
Leave us a comment if you like the episode.
Yes, or if you have any input on
what I actually really enjoy getting like feedback where people are learning us,
Yeah.
Where they're learning us, like the person who told us what the muffler was in Attack on Titan and stuff like that. Because if I'm wrong,
tell me I'm wrong.
I don't want to stay wrong.
Yeah, no, correct me. Or
I can learn.
I remember the muffler though. It was like I said, I don't know what that is. And you said, me either. No.
I was like, maybe it's something to do with the ODM gear.
Yeah, and I was just like,
fucking wrong.
Oh well, move on.
Because it's like you don't want to look up every question
especially
you have,
if it's something small.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Apparently a scarf.
Yeah.
But did we know?
Good stuff.
But
yeah, do your fucking thing.
Yes.
Just do it.
Keep on watching, keep on reading, and keep on listening. All right, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks.
And bye.
And goodbye.